When people hear about AI OFM, they always think it's this magic way of creating a fake AI model and making money with it. But I'll actually share with you a much better way of doing AI OFM that can make you more than 100K per month. So what even is the goal with AI OFM? Is it to fool people that the model they're looking at is not real, or is it to make money? Because if your goal is to fool people with AI models, go create fake models, walk up to people on the street and ask them if they think the person is fake or real, right? But if your goal is to actually make money, then you should listen to me, right? Marketing and systems make money, not a perfect model. Because people are so obsessed with this shiny idea of creating a fake model and getting guys to give them money, right? But the reality is nowhere close to that. First of all, you know nothing about the OFM business and how it works. What actually gets you paid is marketing. Let me give you an example. A lot of you have heard of dropshipping, right? Everybody knows it. You can have the perfect website and you can have all the best products, you can have everything set up perfectly. But if you don't have any marketing and no one comes to your website, you're not gonna make any money because no one's gonna buy anything, right? Very simple logic. The same with AI OFM. Creating fake models is a terrible idea and barely makes any money. What you need is marketing, and with a fake model, your marketing options are extremely limited. And you make at least 5 times less than you would with a real model. And later in the video, I'll prove to you why you make much less with AI models compared to real models. So marketing is everything. No one cares if you created a perfect model. The same marketing principles apply for real and fake models. But for the same amount of work, real models make at least 5 times more. And running AI models is arguably much harder and takes much longer. But you make at least 5 times less, right? Great trade-off. Because in business, any business, you have to ask yourself, if I were to focus on just one thing and I can only work on one thing in my business, and that one thing would make the most money if I got it right, what would that one thing be? And so people often ask, can you make money with AI OFM, or what is the best way to make money with OFM? And there's always a dozen different ways to reach the mountaintop. But people always want to know what is the perfect one and the best way to reach it. From my experience, none of the paths will work if you're constantly trying to jump from path to path. And so more often, we need perfect conviction about our plan and not a perfect plan. So your mission is always to make money, but the path you take is the strategy you choose. So I'm kinda here to help you choose the correct strategy, because if you just go full AI model, you have no previous experience, you have no idea how to get traffic on social media, you're not gonna have a good time. You might make $50, but if you listen to me, you could make much more. So I'm actually gonna show you the best strategy that if you commit to, you'll be on the right path to making 100K a month in the next year. Perfect. So how do real models even make money in OFM, right? We're in AI OFM, so let's take a look at what OFM is first. The goal is to connect with the viewer and create a connection, right? Beauty, pure beauty, just buys you a second of someone's time. Connecting with them buys you hours and emotional connection. You cannot connect to a model with AI videos, right? The reality is that you can create hyper-realistic AI videos, right? A girl sitting on the bed in slow motion, looking, running her fingers through her hair. You can do all of that. It can look really real. But those types of videos aren't the types of videos that go viral. Sophie Rain and Jelly Bean Brains, or Jamal, whatever you want to call her, they make a lot of money, right? Those are just 2 examples. There's 100 different great models too. But those are the types of videos that make money, that go viral. If AI OFM was so good, you would see only AI models on your feed and you would see them making so much money. No, the actual videos that go viral are the ones that have human connection. Because the reality is, with AI videos, you simply cannot create proper face expressions. You cannot create a connection to the audience, which is literally the number one factor when trying to go viral, right? It's not about just sitting on the bed looking pretty. because they can just go masturbate on a porn site, right? It's very easy to find beautiful women. The goal is to connect with you, face expressions, right? Emotional connection, something fun in the video. So here are some examples of amazing content that all have the potential of going viral that are almost impossible to recreate with AI. For example, let's look at these videos, right? Let's look at them one by one. It's gonna be more simple. Let me stop them all. And we're gonna take a look at them one by one. First, these types of videos, right? Good luck recreating this with AI. And these are all trends, by the way, right? You've all seen this trend. You cannot recreate this trend with AI. And trends are very important to going viral. I accidentally skipped the next page. See? Good luck creating this, and this is the type of content that goes viral. There we go. Good luck creating this with AI. A genuine human connection. And I'll go over how hard it actually is to create videos, because even if you can create videos similar to this, there's still 10 other problems, and I'll cover them a bit later. But right, take a look at this content. Good luck recreating it. Good luck to you. What kind of prompt are you going to give it? And what is going to happen when the face glitches out or there's weird frames and the video doesn't look good, right? The perfect bounce of the ass. How are you going to tell AI to recreate it, right? It's not possible. But here's what is important. Even if you manage to create the best content, you create a model identical to Sophie Rain or identical to all these videos I just showed you, you still have to lead them to fan view. And you immediately convert 90% less because people know it's an AI site. The reality is, and I'm sorry this is gonna hurt a lot of you, fan view is shit, okay? Onlyfans is where the money is at. People know that fan view is 90% AI models. So why would they go spend their money there? Of course, there are some people that spend money on fan view. I'm sure multiple millions of dollars go through that site, but compared to OnlyFans, it's nothing, okay? Because people like brands. Coca-Cola, for example. You want to drink Coca-Cola. You don't want to drink Fun Cola or something that you know is a knockoff of Coca-Cola. You're never going to see those types of things in restaurants. They want the thing that is a brand that everybody knows, right? Coca-Cola is a brand. OnlyFans is a brand. People want to know the things. Best performing things, people know them. Everybody knows about OnlyFans. Even people that don't use OnlyFans, everybody knows about it. Nobody ever mentions FanView except when AI is involved. So FanView is always connected to AI, right? Everyone knows it, and people feel safer to spend money on OnlyFans because they know it, right? Instead of some random AI site like FanView. And for those of you that think OF doesn't allow AI, not true, okay? I will share the method on how to avoid this 2 slides down, I think it's, okay? So don't worry about that. Now, every time a business model seems sexy, cool, and shiny because everybody thinks that about AI OFM. Oh my goodness, you saw some video. Oh, I'm making money with this fake model and guys are paying me money. When you see that, you think it's so cool, you think you can do it, you're gonna tell all your friends, you're in high school, now you can get a new business model, right? It seems so cool, it seems shiny. When something seems shiny and cool, that means you know absolutely nothing about the business model, right? Everything in business is a matter of skill and nothing is fun. No business model is fun, okay? It always comes down to skill. OFM in itself isn't cool. 99% of OFM, if you put the chatting aside, it's pure traffic. OFM is pure traffic, nothing else. Just like everything. Would you rather have a good dropshipping store with 0 traffic or a terrible dropshipping store but infinite traffic, right? You always need traffic for absolutely everything. Can you make money with an AIOFM? People love to ask that. Can you make money with an AIOFM? You can make money with everything. You can make money selling lemonade. You can sell pencils. You can work at McDonald's. Like, money is everywhere. But what actually matters is your skill set, and the skills you need is marketing, and most of you have absolutely zero marketing experience and skills. And that's the only thing that's going to make you money in this industry. So we're going to try and fix that, okay? Again, here's another reason why AIOFM is flawed. An easy way to see what's the limit you can earn in the industry is to look at the top earners. The most famous AI model makes around 10K a month, and that's Aitana Lopez. Everybody knows her. She is the most famous AI model. She probably even makes less, but she makes around 10K a month. And she brands herself as an AI model. Who is gonna pay money? Of course, there are some weird guys because I don't know, because they are. But it's a problem. If the number one, literally, it's not even top 1%, it is the number one person in the industry. If their cap is 10K a month, that's terrible because that means if you want to make more than 10K a month, you have to become number one, which is not gonna happen, right? You have to look at the industry standard. And at the end of the day, the reality of working with AI, you want to hear it, growing on social media, just like anything in real life, at the end of the day, making a ton of money takes a lot more effort and a lot more time and volume than you could absolutely imagine. You think you can create a few cool AI videos and make money. That is not how it works. The reality of working with AI first, it takes like 10 minutes, even more, 30 minutes, an hour to create a good video. And most of the times there are glitches in the video and they're not even good and you have to tweak them. You have to fix them, you have to regenerate them 5 times to even look semi-realistic. And the worst thing, it also costs money to use all these tools. And the effort it takes to create a real AI video is 5 times more than the real model, right? If you just had a real model and you make 5 times less, it is a terrible trade-off. And remember, it takes a lot more than you think. It's not create one video. No, you gotta upload 5 to 10, 20 videos a day on multiple accounts, pump out content, not just generate one perfect piece of content. That's how you grow. So for those of you that think you can create one good video, that's it, no. Dozens of videos a day, multiple accounts, knowing how to grow on social media. There's so many factors. It's a skill set. It's not a create a cool video, go viral, make money. That's not how it works. Perfect, let's move on. And then, when you realize AIOFM is shit, you have two options, and both of them include having a real model. You either have a real model and run the business properly, right, where you show her face, or you just have a real model where you wear a wig plus face swap, but never on FanView, never. Always on Onlyfans. And then it's time to nail the marketing side, which is 99% of the work. Great for you, right? It's getting traffic. Everyone in this industry wants to get more traffic. I've been talking about traffic the entire video. I get people on my coaching calls that are making over $1 million every month that are still looking to get more traffic, right? So at every point you need traffic. Whether you make $0, 10K, 100K, a million, you always need more traffic, right? And I also mentioned, I'm going to tell you why OF, so OnlyFans, actually does allow AI, right? You just got to be smart about it. So an easy way to do AI OFM, just use a real model with a wig plus face swap for marketing, so that's your Instagram and TikTok. But on her actual OF feed, on OnlyFans, do not use her face, only body. That means no AI is in your OF, right? If you only show your body, that means you're not breaking any rules, you didn't use AI. And that's not a problem because there are very good ways of practically being faceless without being faceless. You can show a bit of her lips, you can show nose and lips, like a bit of her face. She can have her back turned in many of her videos, photos, stuff like that. It's not very hard to have an OF feed where you barely show the face. But in marketing, you always show the face because at the end of the day, people come for your body on OnlyFans, right? Very simple. So that's a very simple way to use AI but not get banned on OnlyFans. Just strategically and tactically do not show the face. You can show it a little bit, but make sure it isn't face swapped. Wear the wig. You can see a bit of her face. No face swaps. Very simple. Now, Real model with a wig plus face swap. Let's cover this. So I have quite a bit to say about this. So of course it's a great method for making money, okay? And real models that switched, so from real face and real content, the face swap content where they record real videos but they just face swap, okay? They can expect a 70 to 80% decrease in revenue. And how do I know this? Well, I had a coaching client making close to 100K every month, and they started using face swap for privacy. They were wearing a wig prior to hide their identity, but they realized, I don't want to show my face, I actually want to switch to face swap. Of course, for privacy reasons. And they didn't want to continue growing their brand with their real face, and their revenue dropped by 4 to 5 times. So that's around an 80% decrease. Now, don't get me wrong, they still make like 30 to 40K a month, but it just goes to show you people aren't stupid. They realize when content is actually AI. And you can still make a lot of money with this, because there are cases when you're going to want to run real model with wig plus face swap, like this one, for example. This coaching client wanted privacy, okay? If you have a girlfriend, for example, I said it here, it's usually stupid not to do the highest leverage activity, which is to manage the real model. That makes the most amount of money. But doing wig plus face swap is, for example, good if you're a model running your own page and you want to keep the privacy, or the wig plus face swap model is your girlfriend. Sure, then continue doing it. But if you're looking for creators to do OFM with, just look for the real deal. They make the most amount of money, because real models are better than real models with wig plus face swap. I said with here, but it's meant to be wig here. They are better than AI models. AI models, their maximum is around 10K potential. You pretty much can't, I don't want to say can't. I don't like saying you can't do it in business, because there's always a way. You're not gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna tell you. Chances are you, the guy watching this video, you're not gonna make more than 10K with full AI. With a wig plus face swap with a real model, you can even have 50K plus potential, even 100K if it's set up good, right? It just depends on how you set it up. But real models, my goodness, 7-figure potential. You can make $1 million a month, okay? But I always like to take it a step further and just ask, if you're already managing a model that uses a wig plus face swap, why not just manage the real model that is down to show her face, she's down to create good content, because it pretty much takes the same amount of work to grow her accounts as it does with the AI model. The AI model with face swap actually takes more time, right? But the real model makes more money. That's the point I'm trying to make. AI models don't make any money. Real models with AI face swap plus wig, they can make pretty good money. But real models, they have the best potential to make the most money. And arguably, it takes the least amount of time and effort to have them. It is mostly pure traffic. Focus on that. Because you would be stupid not to focus on the highest leverage activity, which is to manage the actual real model. Because a very interesting thing is, you know what separates the people that make a lot of money with the people that make little to no money? It is knowing the one thing to focus on that's going to make them the most money. And I just told you what's going to make the most amount of money. It's having a real model and managing her well and scaling her traffic. And if you listen to my words and then not follow my words, well, that's a mistake on your part. But the best thing you can do is manage a real model. Now that you understand how AIOFM really works, you need traffic. First of all, almost every video on my channel is already based on how to market your model, how to go viral, how to grow your brand, and how to get traffic. So go watch my other videos when you finish this one. But now I'll provide you with a very short and simple traffic framework, because traffic is everything. And the framework is very simple. First of all, like if you want a cheat code, the fastest way to progress is to get a mentor that's already done the steps you're trying to make. In other words, book a call with me, get my coaching. But here's the traffic framework. If you want to do everything yourself, the steps are very simple. Focus all of your time on getting more traffic. That means creating good and viral content. And when you create good content, it goes viral. And when it goes viral, you use Stick Fusion to scale it. And that's it. It's that easy. For example, there's a great video by Dylan OFM where he explained how he scaled a model from 10K a month to over 280K a month using only Tick Fusion and trial reels on Instagram. And if I'm not mistaken, I think his video is around 30 or 40 minutes. But this is his framework in short, where he literally explained, if you get one video that goes viral, with Tick Fusion you have 100 more lottery tickets to go viral again. Once they identify a reel that hits, so that's anything that gets 200K plus views, high CTR, or drives profile taps, they drop it into Tick Fusion, and Tick Fusion creates 100 plus unique variants and they upload the video again. Very simple. I'll also leave his full video on that topic in the description of this video, so you can also go watch that after you finish this video. It's a great video. It's infinite traffic, trial reels, plus Tick Fusion, such a cheat code. And to prove even further how important traffic is, here are two great reviews from our Tick Fusion users. So Cash here said, everybody should have Tick Fusion. It's a great tool in the industry. And since implementing various strategies with Tick Fusion, they've been able to add roughly just over 200K a month. So just by using Tick Fusion, he makes 200 plus K a month. Most of you don't make that money, but once you start creating good content, once you start going viral, you can just use Tick Fusion to scale it, grow even more, grow 100 times quicker. And this other guy, Lewis Weed, also great. He uses Tick Fusion. He said he's been using Tick Fusion for more than 2 months now for Instagram model reels. And since he started using Tick Fusion, he's had accounts that he started from scratch already hit 10 plus million monthly views with repurposed content. And from our experience, very easily, if your setup is good, 1 million views can average around 10K in profit, right? Very simply, or 10K in gross revenue. If your systems are good. It can even be more, it can be less, of course, depending on your system, depending on your USA audience. So what I did for you in this video was I explained exactly how AI OFM works, what you should do, what you shouldn't, the pros and cons of every single system in AI OFM. I told you which one you should use. I gave you a traffic framework, how to go viral, right? Creating good and viral content. Go watch Dylan OFM's video. Very simple strategy to 28x your revenue. Go viral, use Tick Fusion. Wish you all the best.